Mike Perlack here to entertain you with the help of Buddy Holly. Bop, bop, juda, bop, juda, bop, bop. I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna be. Bop, bop, juda, bop, juda, bop, bop. You're gonna give your love to me. Bop, bop, juda, bop, juda, bop, bop. Bop, bop, juda, bop, juda, bop, bop. Some of you might recognize that from the Christine movie. I gotta say, I was listening to this old cassette tape at work today. I gotta say, in my cassette tape collection, if given enough time, I think all I'm gonna have left are these older ones, because they were simply, like everything else back then, they were simply constructed better. It's like, plus back then they weren't as mass produced. Back then, I'm sure the first person to buy this Buddy Holly Greatest Hits cassette probably paid a pretty penny for it. But, yeah, it kind of reminded me of those post-apocalyptic movies where you always see they're always driving around in 50s, Cadillacs and Chevys and Buicks. Because apparently the outer shell of those are the only thing that survived the apocalypse. I distinctly, one thing that always stuck in my mind about Beyond Thunderdome is that scene where you see a horse-drawn SUV. And I remember thinking, man, I hope those human beings at least attempted to get the engine out of there, make it easy on the poor horses. But I was getting some back and forth conversation between this other YouTuber, Death by Design Graphics, on a Bill Maher real time bit. Anyways, he was accusing obviously somebody who was left-leaning, has left-leaning ideologies, and bad-mouthing, people, conservatives, the people that the left would have you believe are the source of all evil. Personally, I think it's the exact opposite. But, growing up, my grandmother used to say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all. I'll say one thing about leftists, specifically leftist ideology, the religion. That's what it is, a religion of leftist ideology. It is consistent on its own hypocrisy and contradictory nature. I'll say that about leftists. But leftism is a religion, and their God is interchangeable with whatever their mood is on a given moment in time. One day Nancy might be their God, another day Chuck, another day Dr. Ouchie, or for the longest time, RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg was their God. But until the real one, whom holds dictation over life and death, intervened. Yeah, the leftists, they went nuts. Not too long ago, too. They went nuts when that woman died. And then, Amy Coney Barrett was a conservative woman with a family that included adopted black kids. She was appointed by Trump. Yeah, elections have consequences. And one thing the left does not like is when is surprises. So Ruth Bader Ginsburg's passing might have been a surprise for leftists from the real, one and only. But extreme leftist liberals hate conservatives with a fever, especially conservative women. And I think the only thing they hate more than conservative women are conservative blacks. Take Thomas Sowell, an economic writer, in support of capitalistic values. Why do you don't hear from him? Because the mainstream media goes out of their way to avoid talking about him, because he is a complete contradiction to their narrative. Very intelligent man, too. That's what that YouTuber said, that our founding fathers fought for slavery. Well, debate maybe, but didn't fight. No fight there was no fight for over slavery until the 1860s, the Civil War. The Great Compromise had its good points and its bad points. Example of a good point: the country could now move forward as a new country. After all, it was just a baby. Bad point: slavery would still go on in the South. And the reason given? Money. The South didn't think they could exist or survive financially with the North. It'd be equal to the North. That's why. That's why. But that's the other video, like I said in that other short video I posted. Yeah, leftists want to hold these historic figures to today's standards, which is stupid. Tell you what, though, it's the left right now that's talking once again about get ready for the Civil War. Yeah, if there is a Civil War, it's going to be bad because it's going to be a religious war. As I just said, leftist ideology is a religious dogma. An example of the ideas of the dogma of leftist ideology? Well, America was founded on race, IST. Yeah, that's one example of the religious dogma that is leftist ideology. I'll give you another one. My right as a righteous leftist who is on the right side is more my right to not be offended is more important than the rights of all to have free speech. That's another dogma born out of leftist ideology. They honestly think that's why it's a religion. Leftist ideology is a religious belief. They think they are holy. They think they have the truth on their side. They think they are just. My hope is in knowing that leftist ideology has a lot in common with feminism when it comes time to get on the lifeboat. That's where my hope in the matter is at. But if the left were to win such a civil war, well, I hope you like Chinese soup, because we're all going to be, all us lowly peasants are going to be living on it. Only people like Nancy will be able to get their $15 pint of ice cream. Us peasants will all be living on Chinese soup. And over time, the ingredients will become more and more mysterious. That there. Well, I just wanted to get a video out there, basically in reaction to that other YouTuber, Death by Design Graphics. Interesting title. He said he listened to when I asked about his pronouns. I didn't ask really. I just whatever your preferred pronouns are. And he felt compelled to tell me, I'm a guy, I listen to metal music. Well, good for you. Like leftists in college, they get their comfort in, they actually have rooms in these colleges where there's Play-Doh and freaking videos of frolicking puppies. They call it a safe space. These are adult people in college. But this guy, he's got his metal music and his graphic design stuff. That's his comfort zone. No, I ain't judging. We all have our comfort zone. But I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy and the contradictory of it all. All right, that'll be enough. I might do one more when I go for my jog tonight. Hopefully they'll get home before dusk. All right, Mayor Mike Perlak, Sweet Land of Liberty, in part courtesy of the FDIC. Mike Perlak, thank you for your time.